This week is all going to be about how the United States became a nation. Take a look at this picture on the front cover of your Studies Weekly. What do you notice or what do you see in that picture? I see three gentlemen, two of them sitting at a table, one standing up, and it looks like they're going over some papers or some documents of some kind. Let's read the article together. The Declaration of Independence is an important document for our country. Thomas Jefferson, John Adams, and Benjamin Franklin wrote the Declaration of Independence. Now, that word declaration means to say something important. So if you're declaring something, you're saying it because it's important. Independence means to do something on your own. So you are independent if you can do it all by yourself. So the Declaration of Independence means that the United States, our country, wanted to be their own country. They were declaring they wanted their independence. They wanted to do something on their own. They wanted to be their own country. Now, if you look at our picture here, you'll see a picture of Thomas Jefferson, Benjamin Franklin, and John Adams. And they were the three of our founding fathers of our country. They are three of the people who are credited for helping to create the United States of America. So some important documents, some important things are what we'll talk about next. So if you look at this page, you'll see pictures of some very important people in our country. Now take a look, and I want you to think about, we're going to talk about the Constitution, and we already talked about that a little bit earlier this year, and we said that the Constitution are a set of rules or laws that we have to follow in our country. So let's think about our classroom or our home. Let's think about home because you're home. Why do we have rules in our home? Now, we already talked about having rules. We have rules to help make us safe and keep us healthy and things like that. What would happen if we didn't have rules? Well, we might get in trouble. People might get hurt. We would have some chaos all around us. So things might be going a little bit crazy. So rules help to keep things guided and in flow. So things are safe and everything is working as it should be. So if you were able to, let's read the article and see what we can come up with. So the Constitution was written to tell how our government works. So our Constitution is our set of rules that says this is what all people of the United States should be doing. Important leaders helped to write our Constitution, and we learned about some of those important leaders on our previous page. We learned about John Adams and Benjamin Franklin, and those are important people who helped us to establish those initial rules. So let's think about this really quickly. If you had the chance to make the rules for your house or for our classroom, you can choose. What is one rule that you think is really important that everybody should follow in your home or in our classroom? What is a really important rule that you think we should follow? And so that's what these gentlemen had to do when they were establishing the rules for our country. They had to sit down and decide, this is what all people, men and women, boys and girls, adults, grown-ups, kiddos, everybody needs to follow these rules so that we can have a country that runs smoothly. And then that comes up next to the Bill of Rights. So the Bill of Rights is part of the Constitution. The Bill of Rights tells us some of our rights. These are some of the things we can do. For instance, we have the right to be happy. Don't we all want to be happy? Do we want our friends to be happy? Do we want our grown-ups to be happy? We all have the right to be happy. Nobody has the right to make us unhappy. We also have the right to be free. So what that means is we are free to go and do whatever we choose. Now that's once you're a grown-up. Once you become 18, then you get that right to go and come as you please. Until you're 18, your parents get to make those decisions for you. Your grown-ups do. So we have the right to be free and to be happy. So here's something I want to ask you. What makes you happy? What do you enjoy? What makes you truly, truly happy? And why does that make you happy? Because according to our country, we have that right. We have the right to be happy, and we want to be able to share that with other people, that happiness. And so the Bill of Rights are just some of those rules that we've come up with to help make our country a great place. And so one of those is to make sure that everybody is happy. So if you're happy and I'm happy and grown-ups are happy, then we are all in a better place. So this is the first part of our social studies this week. In your Seesaw app, I would like you to tell me one thing that makes you happy. And then use your microphone to tell me why that makes you happy. I'll show you an example in the Seesaw app. I'll see you soon.